Well, I'm just gonna to cut it short. This video, I love Oliver Tree, and I've been doing this Oliver Tree stuff for about almost 6 years now. And I'm just gonna tell you right now, the Dhar Man Studios Oliver Tree video is inaccurate. As first of all, criticism right here. I don't think him and his brother ever fought. Now that's not 100%. I obviously don't know their private life, but I don't think Oliver and his brother ever fought this bad, at least. Number two, there's this part where he's singing about like fucking underwear or something, which
Oh, you're
he
saying
never
it's
did.
fake?
It's not fake, but it's over exaggerated and too child friendly. As around this time when he was in middle school, he was in a band. He did do talent shows, but he was in a band called Irony with a couple buddies. But they never sang songs like that. They never got booed off stage. It was just like people thought it was cool. It wasn't popular, but people thought it was cool, and they just, I don't know the songs. If the songs were live and are lost, but the songs were not about underwear. Obviously, like let's point that out here. Obviously, that happens. They get booed off stage. All that happens, and then his dad has a talk with him, which I'm sure. I know at one point he was feeling insecure about his music, and his dad did have a talk with him. They also missed the part of him being a scooter rider, and also him being a soccer player. But they
I can
totally
tell
missed
you
that
got.
out.
I can tell you get a lot of inspiration from him.
Me, yes, but he was a professional scooter rider, which he got inspired to be a scooter rider by his brother, also a bike rider. He wasn't too big into bike. His brother was more on the bike side, but his also brother part-time did scootering, which Oliver wanted to as well. And he became really big into scootering. He did biking for a little bit, but mainly scootering, which they totally didn't acknowledge. As yes, he was into music, but he was mainly into scootering, which they never showed. Also, I get they had to make him a kid the whole time, but he was never a kid while all this happened, especially when this happened. He was 26. He was like 26 years old when the actual Oliver Tree bowl cut sweater thing happened. But he gets booed off stage. His dad has talk with him, and he starts making music with random like shit, which is also not true. As what Oliver mainly did for his music back then is he took his Launchpad keyboard, he hooked it up to a crappy laptop with his friend together, and they basically just pressed random fucking keys and with a random shitty free synth they downloaded, and that's how they used to make his dubstep. Him being bullied at school, I think at one point, yes, he actually was bullied at school a bit for wearing stuff that wasn't, I guess, a bit out of appropriate, but I know it wasn't that big. Him DJing, this he didn't start DJing from a party. He actually got interested in it by Skrillex. If you don't know who Skrillex is, then you're too young for YouTube, so get the fuck off. But Skrillex is a giant dubstep DJ, and Oliver got inspired by him and Zed's Dead. So on Christmas, he got his first ever DJ set by his mom, and he was recording and making videos in his room. He was remixing popular songs at the time, like "Put It On" and "Clint Eastwood" by the Gorillaz, or Michael Jackson, ABC, the popular songs around that time, and he was remixing them into dubstep remixes. And he also made his own songs with collabs with other small SoundCloud artists, which all this was happening when he was around 16 to 17 years old. And then in 2011, when he was 17 years old, he went to a DJ event with Skrillex, which they did show him being flown down there and DJ'd with them, which did happen. But then right after it said that in the Darman video that it said that he had to stop making dubstep, which is not true. He never was forced to stop making dubstep. Oliver stopped making dubstep for a very specific reason because he had a drug. He was hooking up back when he was doing dubstep in a rap group and doing all the DJ stuff. He got really hooked on drugs, and the thing is, being hooked on drugs obviously messes with you. If drugs is obviously bad. Like he ended up having an overdose from drugs. And after he had an overdose, he got brought in the hospital and he thought he was dead, but he didn't. He was alive. It was very significant, but he actually was alive from the overdose. And he realized that in that moment that he was wasting his time and he needed to stop with the group. And he wanted to pursue his own career with his own music genre. That's why he quit dubstep. He also quit dubstep because he said it got boring. I mean, he literally said in his words, oh, having to only use electronic bass and then bringing it to an upbeat and then a drop, like he said, it was boring to him. He wanted to be more creative, so that's another reason he stopped. And his whole rap group with Mindfuck, which obviously it's our man, so they couldn't talk about his Mindfuck era. But when he was still doing dubstep as Crife, he also was in the Mindfuck group, which was basically his rap era, and he obviously stopped that too with the mix of it as they ended up having a falling out, and he didn't wanna rap, he wanted to do his own thing. So, I think around this moment, after he got kicked out, he started The Tree, which if it plays music yes, it did, which is horribly, horrendously voiced by the kid as he if you take a look, Buddy did not lip sync that properly at all. It says, "Over here, over there," and then if you look at his lips, he does not say that. Like but he did all this in the Tree Project, which for some reason after that he cuts to him as Turbo, which he made Turbo when he was 26-year-old, not in middle school. In middle school, he was still in Irony. None of this happened yet. But that happened. It's again, I know it's a Jarman video and they have to do all that. But he shows it to the people and it gets declined. They say, "You just need to release the music for free," which is true. He generally did when he made his music and when he tried to sell it out to the record to release the music and make it cost money, they generally did say it's
Hey
the
guys.
music sucks. They generally did decline his music, so they did get that right. They declined his music when he made it. But again, he's for some reason Turbo. Like for some reason, he's Turbo. Turbo came when he was 26 years old. This is way past. He was already done with middle school, bro. He was a full man. Look, this is a grown man right here. He was not in middle school. If he was in middle school, bro, that's a problem right there. And the only reason he made Turbo wasn't even for music originally. It was supposed to be a Vine character. Back in Vine, if y'all remember Vine, Turbo was supposed to be one Vine character. He just combined everything from his childhood and was supposed to make it one Vine, and that was that. But people liked it so much on Vine that he kept making more Vines, and he ended up saying, "You know what? I'm gonna make music again." So he ended up making music again. But they declined his music, and then he ended up making like popular music. And then at the end, it just tells his dad that he needs to keep making music, and then he does, and then it shows actual Oliver Tree, and then the only good part about this video is when Oliver Tree is that Chris Hansen? Why is he interviewing Oliver Tree? But the only good part is when Oliver Tree's cameo came on.
New album you have coming out, Alone in a Crowd.
Well, for most of my life, I felt pretty lonely. And I think
The Alone in a Cloud album, by the way, is super good. Check it out. And then also it shows a clip of this guy getting bullied for making music.
Not making it.
Basically. And yeah, if you're bullying someone for trying to do their dream and you're gonna bully them, bro, just cut it out. I know if you guys are watching this video and you guys bully, if you guys are one of those people that bully people, even if it's maybe a little bit embarrassing, maybe if it's a little bit cringe, you guys don't need to be bullying people if they're trying to do their dream. Like that's just terrible. I know there is some people in the world, and some people do it to me, but I don't let it get to me. But yeah,
What's up, Stevie? What's going on?
Yo, Oliver, what's up?
I don't know who this is, but I guess it's some guy. But yeah, that is the Arbitrary Darman video. That's all I gotta say. My voice hurts now.
Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like, hit subscribe, comment, and we'll see you next time.
Alice Fusion, buddy. Riz.